This week, in the season premiere of Dark Unanswered, we investigate the terrifying case of the Watcher, a Watcher active as recently as 2017. In June 2014, Maria Bradus, her husband Derek, and their 3 children were preparing to move into their new home in Westfield, New Jersey. However, something sinister awaited them in their new home at Boulevard 657. The initial letter sent to the Bradus family contained disturbing threats and intimate details about the family's routine. The author called himself the Watcher and claimed to have watched the house for decades, preparing to take on its legacy of surveillance. The specific mention of the family's children, including nicknames and a dark reference to the need for young blood, left the Bradus deeply disturbed and fearful for the lives of their loved ones. Tensions rose in the Bradus household as new disturbing letters continued to arrive, revealing even more intimate details about the family. The mysterious observer demonstrated frightening knowledge of the residents' plans and movements, leading them to question their safety and privacy in their own home. The constant presence of the invisible threat began to deeply affect Maria and Derek's mental health, causing constant anxiety, insomnia, and paranoia. As the investigation progressed and suspicions fell on neighbors and even family members, the nights at 657 Boulevard became increasingly disturbing, filled with ominous shadows and the constant feeling of being watched. Despite the efforts of the police and the intense investigation conducted by the Braduses, the mystery behind the observer, known as the Watcher, remained dark and impenetrable. The absence of concrete clues and the lack of collaboration on the part of potential suspects kept the family in a constant state of alert and paranoia. Maria and Derek found themselves immersed in a dark scenario where every shadow seemed to hide unfathomable secrets, and every noise in the night echoed with the sinister presence of the unknown vigilante. Meanwhile, the local community watched in astonishment, unable to offer comfort or solution to such a disturbing and threatening enigma. Dark Unanswered. As the investigation unfolded, the Braduses began a tireless search for answers in the dark past of the 657 Boulevard home. They uncovered old accounts of unexplained events that occurred at the property, including incidents of children hearing whispers at night and objects moving mysteriously. A feeling of uneasiness hovered in the air whenever they entered the silent corridors of the mansion, as if the environment itself held dark and disturbing secrets. Furthermore, rumors about the past of the house's former owners began to emerge, further fueling the aura of mystery and fear that surrounded the place. While searching the city's historical archives, the Braduses discovered old reports about an alleged cult that used the house at 657 Boulevard as a place for secret meetings. Urban legend told of dark rituals carried out deep in the mansion's basements, involving offerings and invocations to evil entities. Former residents referred to the site as the Forgotten Temple, and rumors of mysterious disappearances roamed the streets near the property during the 1940s. Dusty records and testimonies from town elders echoed with disturbing stories of shadows moving with no visible body and icy whispers that cut through the night air. Could it be possible that the Watcher is tied to this dark story of the past, continuing the dark legacies of the cultists in their quest for power and control? Dark rumors about the house at 657 Boulevard have piqued the curiosity of local residents, leading some to delve into the area's historical records for answers. They discovered ancient legends about a supposed curse that fell on the property, which dated back to the beginnings of the city's colonization. Haunting tales of a former inhabitant of the house, known as the Shadow Keeper, have emerged in the ancient narratives of the older residents. He was said to make dark pacts with demonic entities in exchange for power and immortality, remaining hidden in the subterranean depths of the residence. Disturbing reports described ghostly figures seen in windows at night and chilling whispers heard in empty hallways. These stories fueled local folklore and caused many to avoid going near the house during dark hours. Could it be that the Watcher is a modern manifestation of this sinister entity, bringing with it the same horrors and mysteries of 657 Boulevard's dark past? Part 7. As the investigation progressed, disturbing reports emerged from eyewitnesses who claimed to have seen a mysterious figure prowling the vicinity of 657 Boulevard during the dead hours of the night. Descriptions of the supposed observer ranged from a shadowy, faceless figure to a ghostly silhouette covered in a blackened cloak. Some local residents claimed to hear unsettling whispers as the figure passed by, while others reported a feeling of cold air accompanying its presence. The nighttime appearances of the sinister watchman have left the community in a state of alert and fear, leading to speculation about the supernatural or human nature of the unknown observer. As night enveloped 657 Boulevard in a blanket of darkness, ominous murmurs echoed through the city's deserted streets. Witnesses have reported disturbing sightings of unsettling shadows dancing on the walls of the haunted house. Without a visible light source, the icy atmosphere that hung over the residence seemed to whisper ancient and deep secrets, rooted in the cursed soil where the mansion stood. The ghostly sounds of disjointed footsteps echoed in the empty hallways, as if invisible entities roamed the dusty corridors in search of lost souls. Every window in the house seemed like a portal to the unknown, revealing fleeting glimpses of pale figures peering out from the shadowy interior. Could this be the true kingdom of shadows, inhabited by entities beyond human understanding, or just an illusion caused by the fear and terrified imagination of the residents? The evil aura that permeated 657 Boulevard seemed to pulse with an ancient and sinister energy, defying any attempt at rational understanding and casting doubt on the true nature of the hidden watcher known only as the Watcher. As the night fog enveloped 657 Boulevard in its icy embrace, the unsettling sounds of dark murmurings filled the air. Witnesses have reported disturbing visions of ghostly figures hovering in the shadows, their eyes glowing with an unnatural light. The feeling that something sinister was watching from behind the drawn curtains was almost tangible, as if the night itself was alive with shadowy presences. Inexplicable noises echoed through the halls of the haunted house, a cacophony of shuffling footsteps and deep whispers that seemed to echo from beyond the grave. Every heartbeat of the residents resonated with the oppressive weight of the invisible presence that surrounded them, defying logic and plunging them into a realm of supernatural terror. Was this doomed residence a portal to dimensions beyond human comprehension, or merely a macabre theater for the evil antics of the hidden observer known as the Watcher? As darkness enveloped 657 Boulevard, the dark murmurs seemed to take on a life of their own, echoing through the empty hallways and worn walls of the old mansion. Witnesses reported ghostly figures seen in the moonlight, moving in a macabre ballet of dancing shadows. The atmosphere around the house seemed to vibrate with an ancient energy, charged with a dark and sinister history that refused to be forgotten. The disjointed sounds of the night echoed through the night air, shrouding residents in a blanket of fear and mystery. Each heartbeat echoed like a drum in the silent night, as the invisible presence of the unknown observer hovered over the deserted street. Was this the true home of supernatural entities, or just the distorted reflection of the deepest fears of the human imagination? The dancing shadows on Boulevard 657 held ancient and unfathomable secrets, defying any attempt at rational understanding and plunging residents into an endless nightmare. Who will be the Watcher? Is the observer still out there? Leave your comment with your theories about this terrifying mystery. Until next time on Dark Unanswered, the eerie case of the Watcher, a terrifying true story. Stay tuned for more spooky mysteries.